Hey everyone, before I get into your reading, I wanted to share really quick my new online metaphysical marketplace. It is called intuitivegemsbeauty.com. I'm really excited. This is something I've been working on for months and I've been wanting to open my own shop for so long. I'm excited to be bringing you crystals and some of my money oils and even some beauty products. So I would be honored if you would hop on over there, take a look, and maybe get something for yourself. All right, let's get to your reading. Hello Aries, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree. And today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of April 2022. The year is just really flying on by. And I don't know, I'm feeling a little scattered and I'm feeling a little anxious. So I'm wondering, Aries, if that is something to do with what's going on for you energetically for the month of April. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm going to be using my Morgan Greer Tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And then Aries, I will close out your reading with the Star Seed Oracle card. This is a brand new Oracle deck I got that's absolutely gorgeous. It's new to me, but I'm excited to use it for your reading for April. So, let's see what else is going on. You can see I've got my new, excuse me, my new card set up here. And I'm still figuring things out. But I think things are getting progressively better. And like I said, I'm still learning as I go, so I appreciate your patience while I, tweak it here and there. Oh, and if you saw my little preview before this video, my new online metaphysical shop is now open, intuitivegemsbeauty.com. I would love for you to go by and check it out and let me know what you think. All right, Aries, let's get right into your reading. You can see the cards are already starting to come out. So what do we need to know for the sign of Aries as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? Wow. For the month of April 2022. Happy birthday, Aries. I know this is your month. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I can see is that there definitely is some anxiousness and there's also some uncertainty is what I'm picking up here. Because things are happening quickly as it relates to your money, Aries, and you're feeling a little nervous about that. In other words, it's not that you don't feel confident. It's more about you weren't expecting things to happen so fast, and so it's kind of throwing you off. You're feeling a little shaky. You're feeling a little maybe overwhelmed would be the better word to use. But as you can see, we've got the Page of Swords here. This is some unexpected news about something being cut off or discontinued. This obviously is something that has a financial connection for you, Aries, because we are talking about money in this reading. We also have the Lover's card, which means that your relationships are pretty strong right now. Whether you're single, whether you're partnered up, whether you're dating, whatever's going on, all of your relationships definitely are really solid. And so that's one thing, one area of your life where you feel really like you can trust the energy that's going back and forth between you and other people. Next, we have the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords, this is a card of timing and speed. Because he's in the upright position, that tells me that the timing is working out in your favor as it relates to your money. But like I said, it's throwing you off a little bit because you weren't expecting that to happen. We've got the Strength card. We also have the Four of Pentacles, which means, maybe you weren't expecting to have bills come up either for the amounts that they did or when they did. Of course, we all know we have our monthly bills and our monthly obligations, but it looks like something shows up that kind of throws you off just a little bit, Aries. Finally, we do have the Five of Swords, and this is a card of conversations. So there's people that you're talking to who may not necessarily be in alignment with what you're trying to do as it relates to your work, to your career, to your money, to your finances, your goals, all those things. So understand that, you know, you may not necessarily connect with everyone that you come in contact with, especially around this first week of April. But the thing is like I said, you have timing on your side. Things are happening quicker than you expect, and that definitely puts you in a better position. The thing is getting your mindset right and understanding that you can do this, you can handle this. You're going to have to step up probably before you feel ready, but that's okay because the opportunity is definitely there. All right, Aries, let's see what else shows up for you. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of April, (2022). What do we need to know for the sign of Aries? All right, you got some really good cards here. But I do see some emotional stuff that's kind of resurfacing. Something from your past, some past heartache is coming back into play here. It's like some old feelings are coming up. Now, why does this matter when we're talking about money? Well, sometimes money can be a very emotional trigger for people. And so we really have to pay attention to how we're spending, how we're investing, if we're saving. So I have a feeling something is going to come up, some old emotional feelings, maybe some old heartache. But the thing is this is in the reverse, which means that you have healed from it. But it doesn't mean you're still not necessarily... it's like it's still in your awareness. It's still in your circle of, things that you take into consideration before you make big decisions. So as this relates to your money, like I said, you've healed from something in the past, something emotional, but you have to pay attention to how it's making you feel now. I have a feeling this is a past relationship is what I'm picking up on. And I'm feeling like maybe you run into an ex, or maybe someone mentions an ex. And it's like you don't necessarily want to get back with this person, but you know how sometimes you're just curious and you just want to know what's going on, how they're doing, that type of thing. What is their life looking like now? That's what I'm feeling with this card here. And because of that could motivate you to maybe spend money in a way that you would not have otherwise. Maybe you buy a ticket to go to a concert that you think they would like, even though maybe it's not something you would normally invest money in. I'm hoping that makes sense. Next, we have the Emperor. The Emperor in the reverse means that things are going to feel a little out of control, but that's okay. That's only temporary, because the next card we have is the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is a card of balance. This is also a card of things kind of falling into place according to the plan. So trust the process and trust yourself and understand that you're doing what you need to do when you need to do it. Next, we have the Hermit card. You're going to be working a lot by yourself. You're also going to be taking a step back and going within to figure out exactly what it is you want to do with clarity and with certainty. We have this Ten of Swords here. Now, the Ten of Swords means that there's something that's kind of upsetting you as it relates to another person and as it relates to your money. Again, this is not something that's going to throw you off track, because next we have the Nine of Pentacles. That's the card of luxury. That's the card of taking a splurge. The other thing about her, she's one of my favorite cards to see. It means that it's time to treat yourself. It's time to invest in yourself. And it's also time for you to make yourself a priority. You need to start making your goals and your dreams a priority, especially this month of April. Aries, this is definitely going to be your timing, because things are going to start moving and start shifting for you very, very quickly. All right, Aries, let's see what else shows up for you. as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of April 2022, what do we need to know for the sign of Aries? All right, Aries, good ideas are definitely flowing to you. A lot of creativity, a lot of new starts here. So as we move into the second half of April, Aries, looks like you're going to have some changes happening in the workplace. For those of you that do work, expect some changes in your work environment. Could be a change of staffing. It could also be a change of location. Also, there could be a change in procedures is what I'm getting too. Like, how you do things, how you do your job. There's going to be a lot of subtle changes taking place, and it looks like those changes are going to be continuous, probably up until throughout the summer. Next, we have the Page of Swords. I thought that was a repeater card, but wait, I think it is. Yes. Page of Swords was the first card we saw. Unexpected news about something being discontinued. Again, I think that's going to work out in your favor because there is a timing thing. And it's funny too because it fell on these cards here, the cards that talk about control and orderliness. So even though things are going to be a surprise and maybe unexpected, it doesn't necessarily mean that things are going to all of a sudden turn chaotic. As a matter of fact, you may find more stability and more peace because of these changes that are coming up. Next, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Again, that's you working by yourself. I'm not surprised. We already talked about that with the Hermit card. Ten of Pentacles is independence. It's you working by yourself for yourself, and I think that's the best place for you to be, at least right now, especially because you have financial goals and you need to stay really, really focused and on track. All right, so now we have the Seven of Swords, and then we have the Empress card. The Seven of Swords means you have to be careful and really guard your ideas because there is someone out there who could, I don't want to say they're going to necessarily steal your ideas, but they may take credit for something that is yours because they want the same thing, whether that be more money, a new business, a new product, whatever the case may be. You really have to stay guarded with your ideas, with your I want to say with your like your way of doing things, your style. You really have to be very guarded with that because there's someone close to you, Aries, who would not hesitate to steal your ideas and adopt them as his or her own if they had the opportunity to do so. So be very, very careful with who you're talking to as it relates to things that are potentially going to be money makers for you, because I'm getting the sense that there is someone nearby who does want to kind of manipulate the situation for their own benefit. Finally, we do have the Empress card. The Empress card is a card of creativity. This is also the card of nurturing, also the start of new projects. I love to see her because there's nothing but positivity when she shows up. The other thing about the Empress card that we have to think about is sometimes it talks about maturity. In other words, allowing things to take their course and to take the time that they need to take in order to fully mature or to fully come into fruition. So be patient with the things that you're working on because you're definitely moving in the right direction. All right, Aries, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of April 2022. Yeah, you definitely have timing on your side again. And good news. By the time we close out April, I think you're going to be in a very positive position as it relates to your finances, Aries. So I hope you're ready for that. First up, we have the Justice card. This means that decisions are being made that you have no say in. But sometimes, you know, that's actually a good thing, because it relieves you of additional responsibility that you don't need to take on. Okay, so just understand that if there are some money decisions or discussions that you were not included in, don't take it personal, okay? Because like I said, the timing is definitely on your side. We have that with this Eight of Wands here. Now we also have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse talks about support or assistance not showing up. And that's not because you did anything wrong, but that's just kind of the nature of the circumstance that you're in, okay? So don't feel bad if something is promised and it doesn't necessarily come through. This is actually going to be a good period of growth for you, because we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. That means you taking action and being proactive for yourself as it relates to your money, as it relates to your career and your business. Here's where things get really juicy. We have Death card, which is a positive life transformation. So because you're kind of being put in these positions of having to step up and step out, it really puts you in a different place. You really shift your whole entire perception and how you see things and how you interpret things, because you realize that you have much more capability than you give yourself credit for. And I'm also feeling that there's a shift financially, and you are finally feeling prepared and ready to handle this financial change, because it's definitely coming. We have the Page of Wands here. That's ending the month with some good news coming in as it relates to your work or to your business. That's why I say I have no doubt that the finances are definitely on the way, and they're increasing for you, Aries. You just have to go through some changes, and you have to go through some back and forth stuff as we move towards that. And I think there's going to be a lot of potential for growth and expansion, not only physically, but also mentally and spiritually as well. So Aries, like I said, you've got a really good month. Things are happening, things are changing, and I think you going with the flow is probably going to be the best way for you to kind of work through the challenges that show up. But the thing is everything is working in the perfect timing, okay? So just trust that. All right, so I'm going to close out your reading with and I hope this is going to focus. This is a Starseed Oracle card. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck. And you can see you got this card here. It says, jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Wow, this definitely kind of reinforces what we talked about in your reading. But as you may have just noticed, a card just fell, so we have to read that one too. All right, so the card that just fell is a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Yes, Aries. That's what I want to reiterate. It's happening for you. So please keep holding strong to the vision, because it's coming. All right, Aries, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down below. Also, if you're interested in getting daily mini tarot readings, please follow me on TikTok @IntuitiveGems. All right, Aries, thanks so much. We'll do this again next month.